Hello, once again, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Jimmy Wanyang, and today I'll be going through with you on making a table of content. So basically, this is my letter, my report, I presume, to make the table of content from. So what happens is I press on normal, so that from the first page up to the last page everything is in line. Then I identify the major titles, and all the major titles I will name it heading 1. Do I want to make any changes? If yes, I will say modify. If I want to modify, what change do I want to make? Maybe I want to change the color of the major titles. And then, do I want to work on something with the paragraph? Maybe I want to reduce a bit. And then if I want it to apply throughout, I'll click new document, and then I will say OK. So moving forward, every major heading I'll be putting it as heading 1. All major headings, you see the color automatically changing. All major headings I'll be putting it as heading 1. Okay, I'll come to abstract. It is a major heading. To come to heading 1, introduction will be my heading 1, and chapter 1 will also be our heading 1. We go down to identify the major headings. Okay, major headings, and then finally conclusion will also be our heading 1. Yeah, then you go back up. Remember, on this we said we modify, and then one thing I did not do was I could change this to new times. I could make it a little bit bigger, and then I say OK. So from there, what happens, I'll now go to the sections. So the sections where there is 1 decimal place, I put heading 2. Where there are 2 decimal places, I'll put heading 3. So here it is 1 decimal place, so I'll put heading 2. Here there are 2 decimal places, I'll put heading 3. So if you wanted to modify the color, you could just click modify, as here. Then maybe you want it all to be New Times Romance. Probably you want to put it at font size 18. Maybe let's assume you want to put it color green, and then you say new document, and then you say OK, so that every here becomes my heading. Okay, I can also want to highlight all my heading 3 to a standard of font size 18, New Times Romance. I'm going for color green. I am applying for all the documents. I say OK. So going down, every section with 2 decimals, I put it as heading 3. With 1 decimal, I'll put it as heading 2. Here I will put it as heading 3, and then you come down, and here will be my heading 3, here will be my heading 2, and then we scroll down. Here will be my heading 3, here will be my heading 3. Okay, you see automatically it's changing, the color is changing. So chapter 2 would have been a major heading, which is that with its color. Then this will be my heading 2, and then this will be my heading 3. This will be my heading 3. Okay, my heading 3. Then I scroll down. This will be my heading 2. This will be my heading 3. So basically this will be my heading 3, this will be my heading 2. Okay, and then this will be my heading 3. This will be my heading 3. So in this I have made up my numbering. So what happens is I want to now insert the table of content. So how do I insert the table of content? So I'll come here, okay, then I'll click here, and then I'll come to insert, okay, and then I do a page break, okay, and then I did a page break so that I create room for table of content. So I come here, then I go to reference, and then I come to table of content. It's opening up. I have the liberty to choose any format I want, so let me go with that. Okay, so when I go for that, that is my table of content. Okay, that is my table of content. So I come to reference, I say update the page numbers. Do I want to update the entire table? Do I want to update page numbers only? So let me say update entire table, and then I say OK. So here, this is how it looks. This is how it looks. This is how it looks. Yeah, so basically, so from here, what am I left with? I want to number the pages, so I'll just come here, highlight that, I'll click that. Well, I could go to insert, I go to page number, I go to format page. How do I want it to begin? Maybe let's say I want it to begin as 1, 2, 3. I want it to continue from the previous page. I'll press OK. So having highlighted this and chosen it the way it was, you go to reference, and then you update the table of content, update the entire table, press OK. So this you would be done, and your work is organized in terms of flow, in terms of reference. Anyone can easily access your work as it is. So thank you for watching my channel. Don't forget to subscribe and like. Thank you.